Hey guys, Buffing Game here, bringing back another video for our weapon conversion series, and today we're going to be turning the ISO, which is unlocked here in Season 5 at Tier 15 of the Battle Pass, into the B&T APC9, APC being Advanced Police Carbine SD. So the silenced variation of this, at base it's an APC9K. So let's go ahead now and back out. This is the final product you'll see here for the weapon. Now let's go ahead and back out and take a look at where you unlock this on the Battle Pass. Also stay tuned, I will be announcing the giveaway details for Season 5 here in the middle of this video, so stay tuned for that. Now as we go back here to Season 5 Battle Pass, if I go ahead and skip back a few tiers to Tier 15, we'll see where we unlock the ISO, or the B&T APC9K. So if I go ahead and click on this, this is the base weapon you get here, firing 9x19 Parabellum. So this is the APC9K. We'll go ahead and back out now and go back to our custom class where we have the APC9-SD built. So we got an APC9 standing for Advanced Police Carbine. So we'll go ahead and here's the base weapon. We'll go ahead and strip it down to base. Now again, this is the ISO in game Tier 15. So we're going to skip out on the muzzle just because we're going to be using a specific barrel, which will give us a 2-for-1 with that. So we're going to go to the barrel. And now for the SD variation of this, for the integrally suppressed barrel, we're going to want the FSS Nightshade. This is going to give us pros being damage at range, recoil control, bullet velocity, and sound suppression. The cons here being the aim down sight speed and the movement speed for this attachment. Now we're going to go ahead and skip out on the laser, and we're going to go to the optic. Now, because this weapon comes with, in real life, it basically comes with an aim point optic, we're going to go ahead and use the aim op reflex sight, which again is based on the real life aim point optic. Again, just precision sight picture, the con here being the ADS speed, as with just about every optic in the game. So go ahead and select that. Now for the stock, we're going to go ahead and want that FTAC Vagrant stock. So it's going to give us the ADS speed for a pro. The cons here being the aiming stability. We'll skip out on the perk as well as the rear grip. You can see just the different types of rear grips you have here with this attachment. And then we're going to go ahead for the ammunition. We'll go ahead and select the 30 round, although keep in mind there is a 50 round drum mag for the 9x19 Parabellum as well. But we're going to do the 30 round for the purpose of this video. And you can see there's a number on the side, 20, 25, and then obviously base of the magazine being 30. Go ahead and select that. And then for the underbarrel, we're going to go ahead and go with a Ranger foregrip for the aesthetics of the real life variant. You can see obviously you have operator foregrip, Merc are also good options for this. We'll go ahead and do the Ranger foregrip. That's going to give us the pros being the recoil control and the aiming stability. The cons here, aim walking movement speed and the ADS speed. So go ahead and we'll select that. And that's our final design for the B&T APC, or Advanced Police Carbine SD, for the silenced integral suppressed weapon here. As you can see here on screen, I'll show the real life version. Just about a picture perfect match. The only differences being here versus the real life version of this weapon is that you can see the magazine well, instead of being at a 90-degree angle, is a little bit tilted to line up with the pistol grip. So in real life, the silence variation is more straight down, similar to something like a UMP9 or UMP45, excuse me. So it's actually going to be straight down here in game. You can see some minor differences there. It's actually angled slightly for the lower receiver. And then also some other minor changes for the weapon here that are a little bit hard to notice. Just the top of the receiver is a little bit more extended towards the buttstock of the weapon versus the real life version. But other than that, just about a very accurate depiction of the weapon here, especially down to the barrel. We can see we have quad Picatinny rails, left, right, top, and bottom, where we have our aim op. We keep the iron sights, the flip-up iron sights on this with this optic here as well. And then you can see it's completely ambidextrous. So we have left and right fire controls as well as magazine releases there. And that's really about it with this weapon. Really nice weapon. You can see we have what looks like a bungee on the back there where you would hook it up to your rig. And then we have the charging handle there, which also for this variation is actually a reciprocating charging handle, wherein in real life in 2019 they came out with the APC9 Pro, which has a non-reciprocating barrel. So you'll see in game when I'm using this and testing it out that charging handle does reciprocate. So I might have just said barrel, but I meant the charging handle is reciprocating. And with the APC9 Pro in real life, which was released in 2019, that charging handle is not reciprocating. So let's go ahead and back out really quick. We'll look at what the camouflages look like of this weapon. You can see it covers just about everything except for the grip as well as the optic on this weapon. And you can see there they look pretty neat on this weapon. However, I just prefer it at base. And now we'll go ahead and why don't we just jump into the gameplay here. And first off, you'll see me, I'll just show off the recoil control on this weapon, as well as just some weapon inspects now that they've added this to the season. Now I have a couple of you asking, how do we do the weapon inspect? So on PlayStation, Xbox, it's going to be hold down left on the D-pad or whatever your select fire option is, and I'm going to assume it's going to be the same on PC, but don't quote me on that. Maybe it's I on PC for inspect, but on consoles, it's going to be just hold left on the D-pad or whatever your select fire option is in-game, and then you'll be able to do the weapon inspects. But for the recoil on this weapon, you can see it's basically straight vertical with a slight deviation to the right, very similar to many of the weapons. So something like a Ranger foregrip or a Merc foregrip would be really good to help control that vertical recoil. Also, the hip fire on this, not too bad as well. It's actually pretty easy to control the recoil from this because it is straight, since we have these Ranger foregrips on this weapon. Obviously, you probably do a little bit better with a Merc foregrip, but with a Ranger foregrip, you can see here near the end of firing, I'm able to control those shots pretty decently at a range. And then the hip fire also, the spread isn't too bad. However, I wouldn't rely on that in a situation unless you're on very, very close CQC. Also, the weapon inspect with this just look really nice, especially with the barrel on this weapon. It's just a really aesthetically pleasing, nice weapon. And I think with the right attachments, this could be a very viable weapon. Obviously, in multiplayer, I think at multiplayer, it's right out of the gate a really good weapon. However, in Warzone, I'll have to test it out a little bit more and see. I haven't really leveled it up fully to see how it handles in Warzone, but I think it could be a nice competitor for a CQC weapon. Now, jumping into the giveaway details, since it is Season 5, I'll be doing 2 Battle Pass giveaways, and what I'll be doing for that is just essentially a gift card for your console choice, whether it's PlayStation, Xbox, or PC. So to enter that, all you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and then comment down below in this video and or the AN94 Abacon video that I did yesterday at the start of Season 5. Just comment your console of choice, whether, again, it's PC, Xbox, or PlayStation. And then just let me know something you really like about Season 5, something you want to see going forward, what you really like about the season, what you dislike about the season, anything about Season 5. Because I'm really interested to hear your guys' feedback on that. Again, you can just be subscribed to the channel and comment that either on this video here for the B&T APC9-SD or the AN94 Abacon video that I did yesterday. So you're just going to be subscribed and then comment your console of choice down below, as well as some information about Season 5 that you like or dislike. So moving into the real-life stats for this weapon, the B&T APC9, again, it is the Advanced Police Carbine. So this is a type is a submachine gun from Switzerland. The company B&T, formerly known as Brügger and Thomet. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Brügger and Thomet is what it's formerly known as, B&T standing for. The design took place in 2010, and it's been in service since 2011. The mass for the weapon is 2.5 kilograms with an empty 30-round magazine. The length of this weapon overall, depending on the variation, is going to be 597 millimeters open and 385 millimeters with the closed folding stock. Especially on this design, we do have with the stock selected here, we do have a folding variation of the stock, so you could fold that in real life. The barrel length for the base APC is going to be 175 millimeters. However, with the APC9-SD with a silence variation with the integral suppressor here, the barrel length is going to be 146 millimeters, and then obviously we have the integrally suppressed barrel, which is going to give it that extra length, which the handguard, the extended handguard, is built around. So just keep that in mind. We have a short barrel here. However, we do have the integrally suppressed option on this barrel, so that's why it is a longer barrel overall with that suppressor. So in real life, it actually does take a few different cartridges, mainly being 9x19 Parabellum. It also takes 40 Smith & Wesson. The name for that weapon is going to be the APC40, where the APC9 is obviously the 9x19 Parabellum. It also takes a 10mm auto for the APC10 and APC45 firing the 45 ACP. Now, the action for this weapon is a rotating delayed blowback closed bolt design. The rate of fire is actually a whoppingly high, actually pretty close to competing with the Vector in real life, being a 1,080 rounds per minute. The effective range being 100 meters. So again, this is designed for CQC combat, very high rate of fire in real life. And then in real life, the feed system of this is going to be 15, 20, 25, or 30 round B&T MP9 detachable box magazine. The APC9s also come with a 12, 17, and 25 round detachable box magazine as well. And then obviously you have the different feed systems for the APC45. The APC9s also, if configured with a Glock lower receiver, can take Glock magazines, and also with a SIG lower, it can take SIG Sauer magazines as well. So just keep that in mind. And then the sights in real life, the sights included with this are the Aimpoint TL1, which again comes with this weapon, which is why we're running the aim op, or the Aimpoint as it's known in real life, on this weapon here in game. So Overall, really nice weapon. I've played with it a little bit of multiplayer and leveled up a bit. It does handle really well, and I'm actually really impressed with how it handles in close quarter situations. Now, the only downside with this is that at base, the weapon only comes with a 20-round magazine, which when you're playing in multiplayer, especially in Warzone, but even in multiplayer, is really only enough for one engagement. Maybe if you're lucky, 2 engagements with the 20-round magazine. So you really need to level it up, get that extra 30, and then ideally you're going to want to get that extra 50-round drum magazine on this weapon, just so you can get in more than one engagement without having to worry about reloading. There's been a couple situations where I'm running this as a secondary with my AN94 and run into some trouble, and I'm having to whip this out and use it, and maybe I'll get 1-2 kills if I'm lucky, but at that point I'm out of ammo, and then I end up getting killed. So you just got to keep that in mind. Probably you really want to be running the 30-round, but ideally the 50-round magazine on this. So that's really all for this weapon. Let me know down below what you guys think of this design for the weapon. I think overall in game, very accurate looking design to the real life version of this weapon. Again, just slightly differences with the lower receiver for the magwell, as well as the upper receiver, right where the upper receiver would connect to the buttstock of the weapon. It's a little bit more extended, but those are really only the major differences I can see off the bat with this weapon. But let me know down below what you think of this. Have you unlocked this yet at tier 15? Now, if you're having trouble progressing through the battle pass, the best way to do it is by, I would say, playing Warzone. I'm able to get through the battle pass very quickly just by playing Warzone. It's mainly measured by time in game. So if you're playing a lot, long periods of time, especially in Warzone, those games typically, if you're lasting the end game, are 25 to 30 minutes. So you will level up quite a bit with the battle pass with that to be able to unlock this, as well as the AN94. So again, giveaway details I'll leave down below in the description for this video, so you can go ahead and follow those. And let me know what you guys think of the APC9-SD variation that we did here. Let me know what you think of the AN94 that we did yesterday, and overall for Season 5. And I'll leave you guys with that video and the information. Again, this is Buckner Gaming with the APC9-SD. And until next time, Buckner Gaming, out.